Hey loves! Welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Lacey and I'm a full-time caretaker and mom of two working towards financial freedom. I'm using the zero-based cash budgeting system as well as savings challenges because I have huge goals for my family's future. If you'd like to follow our journey, including all the mama chit chat and all the coffee time, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Thanks so much for stopping by, loves. Let's drink this coffee and get to work. Okay, you guys, we are going to be talking about the savings tracker / savings goal paper that I am going to be putting on my Etsy very soon. I wanted to be able to show you guys exactly what it's about. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and flip this over. We're going to use my son's as the example. So I'm going to go ahead and go over to his so I can kind of show you guys what I'm talking about. So sorry that this is going to be kind of on the side. You are going to be able to see it, but that's fine. So basically what you're going to be doing is you're going to write down all the envelopes you have for them, gifts, school, growing up, car, graduation, and then I have a miscellaneous for him. Okay, so ignore the rest of that for right now. That's just going to be able to help you keep up your balance on how much you have in it. Oh, and then I put which binder is coming out of right up there. So on the back here, this is where it's going to get a little bit fun. So we're going to write this again. Gifts, school, growing up, car, graduation, and then the miscellaneous. Okay, so this is how I'm doing this. I'm deciding how much I want to have in each envelope for him by a certain time frame. So what I allotted for him was I did 100 for his gifts. So that includes his birthday, things like that. And maybe other little things if I need them. And then school, I did 100 for that too. He's not even in school yet, but I am going to be saving up. Growing up, he's going to be getting 100, which is basically they change, they need new things, they want a ready bedding set, whatever. I'll have the money to save for it, or pictures, or whatever you need. And a car, I want to be able to have $2,000 by the time he turns 15 for a car for him. And same thing with graduation, but I want to have $5,000 so he can use it towards college, he can use it towards whatever he decides that he wants to do. So I personally allowed monthly $25 to go into this binder. So what I'm going to be doing is monthly is going to be $25. Now I'm not saying I'm going to be putting $25 in each binder monthly. This is just the number I allowed for this entire binder to have coming out monthly. So they'll be getting $25 every month because I get paid 2 times a month, so that will be coming out of one of my checks. So what you do, $100 total, $100, $100, $2,005. So you're going to decide what needs to come first. Like for me, he has a birthday coming up, which I do have most of the money coming, but birthday is like the most important thing for him now. He's only 2.5. We don't have to worry about school or growing up quite yet. He's still in, the toddler stage, and he likes pretty much the same stuff. Car and grad are going to be last. So this is going to be the first thing coming out. That's going to be the second. Actually, excuse me. I forgot that I had that as third. So that's going to be my third because, growing up, in my opinion, is going to be coming sooner than school for him. And then car, and then graduation is going to be fifth. Okay, so I'm going to go 100 and divide it by 25. So $100 is what I wanted to have setting aside for him. So divide by 25. So that's going to be 4 months. So 4 months, I'm going to set aside $25. And these are all going to be the same because it's $100, $100, 25. So they're all going to be 4 months apiece. So basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the first 4 months at number 1. So I'm going to fill that up and have that completely stuffed. And then I'm going to move on to my next thing. And that's going to be another 4 months of $25 stuffed. And I'm going to go to the next thing, which is school, $400 stuffed. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So now the next one's going to be his car. And I want to have $200. Oops, not 2,000, 200. No, yeah, 2,000 saved up. So I'm going to divide that by 25. So that's going to be 80 months. Or you can do it at once a year that you're going to be putting a lump sum. And at that point, you would just put 1 year, $100 one time. So you're going to be putting 100, 1, and then 100 if you're going to be doing a lump sum. And a lot of that comes like if you get a bonus or when we get taxes, if you get taxes back and you want to do a nice lump sum, that's where the years would come in. Other than that, use your month so that it gives you an idea of, you know, how much you're going to be doing. The yearly is like an annual subscription or something like that. That's what the yearly is for. So monthly is going to be, you know, when you get paid, because you're going to want to divvy out everything from your first paycheck and your second paycheck. Like I have 7 different binders. And I allotted a total of $650 completely. So I took that $650 and split it into 2. So I have 1 month for $325 and another month for $325 for my savings that I'm going to be splitting up personally. That's how I'm doing it. I hope that makes sense. Really hope that makes sense. So anyways, let's go ahead and then yeah, same thing for every 2 weeks. If you want to put money in it for every 2 weeks, you can, or weekly, however you want to do it. And then we have 5,000 divided by 25, and that's going to be 200 months. It seems like a crazy number, but if you add it up, I mean, he's only 2.5. I have a long time before I have to do his car and his graduation, and I did the math, and I actually have plenty of time, and that's before, you know, I need the money for either of them. So it works out perfectly for me. But I just wanted to show you guys how this is going to work. So again, you decide what binder or what envelopes, whatever, however much you want to spend out of your paycheck towards that. So you do all of your bills first, see what you have left over, and then decide what savings envelopes or binders, depending on, you know, how many binders you have. You could just have one. And you could just have one and just have a bunch of envelopes. You're like, okay, I want to allot $25 extra for here so I can start saving up and having extra put to the side. Or same thing with rent, or however you decide that you want to do it. It's completely up to you. It can work for anybody. It doesn't matter how much money you make. Even if you just make you have an extra 50 sitting there and you have something that you want to save for, you can split it up or you can put it towards that, however you want to do it. But every little bit counts, even if you're on a very small budget. Because some months I'm not. Like, I decided to, you know, think that I'm going to be getting a certain amount, about $1,400-ish, you know, every 2 weeks. And that's kind of what I based my bills and then my savings on. Sometimes it's not going to be exactly what I put. And sometimes it's going to be, you know, I'm going to have more than what I had put. And then whatever's left, I'll just save that. And I'll put that like in a miscellaneous envelope or something. And then when I'm cutting short on one, you know, paycheck, I can take out of that and just make it work. I hope this has made sense. I hope you guys understand that. If you have any questions, go ahead and drop them in the comments. If you guys have any other ideas or input, I can't talk. Input, go ahead and drop that in the comments too. I really appreciate you guys. I have a hair right there. I really appreciate you guys. If you guys want to be in my drawing to get a binder for free plus envelopes, go ahead and make sure you subscribe to like this video, and just drop a comment down saying hey, that you watched it. Tell me what you guys love about budgeting. What, you know, what are you saving for? What makes you excited for doing this? Because this has saved me so much money, and there's been many times where I needed the money in a pinch, and I was so thankful I had that money in these binders, even if it wasn't for that specific thing. Like, I am so glad I found this community of saving. It's changed the game for me. I used to be a really, really bad avid spender, like terrible. I was horrible, you guys. It didn't matter to me. I was like, oh, I have the money. And then something bad came up and I'm like, oh crap, I don't have the money. Not at all. So I know budgeting, like I said, is like a little bit, you know, not everybody's area of forte, and they think it's just crazy. But you know, when it comes down to it, we're all adults and things happen, and it's good to have that extra money just sitting there, because you just don't know. You don't know what's going to happen. So, all right, you guys, love you so much. Again, make sure you subscribe, like, and just tell me what you love about budgeting and be put into my drawing. And I hope you guys have an amazing day. I will let you guys know when I have that up on my Etsy for purchase. So, all right, you guys, go ahead and get that coffee drank. Have a good day. Bye, guys.